The Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju has written to the Chief Justice of India that the Supreme Court collegium that decides on judges' appointments should include government representatives. This will infuse transparency and public accountability. This is what the Law Minister has written in the letter that vastly escalates a back and forth between the government and the judiciary since last year. Now, the Delhi Chief Minister, Arvind Kejriwal, has called this move dangerous in a tweet. But for the latest, let's go across to my colleague Arvind Gunasekar, who joins us live. Arvind, now the government wants to be part of the judges' appointment panel. What details can you share with us?
Yeah, Parmeshwar, sources in the Supreme Court have confirmed to us that the Union Law Minister has written to the Chief Justice of India over a government's representation in the collegium system. So what we are being told is that Union Law Minister Kiren Rijiju has written to the Chief Justice of India proposing that a government representative be included in the Supreme Court collegium. And he has also said that not just for the Supreme Court collegium, but also for the collegium for the appointment of or the selection of High Court judges. Even there, the centre has proposed representatives from the respective state governments. If you could see the Supreme Court collegium composition now, top senior five judges of the Supreme Court are part of this Supreme Court collegium for selection of judges for the Supreme Court. But whereas if you could see the collegium for the High Court, there are three senior judges led by Chief Justice of India along with two senior more judges. They are part of the collegium system. But now in this two-tier collegium system, government wants for the appointment of judges in the centre in the Supreme Court, they want centre's representative to be part of the Supreme Court collegium. Also for the High Court collegium, they also want the respective state governments represented in the High Court collegium also, and that's where the centre has proposed it, and they have proposed it as part of the memorandum of procedure. So with this particular letter, with this report, several opposition parties have flagged this issue, saying that this is centre interfering in the functioning of the judiciary, especially the appointment of higher judiciary, appointment of judges in the higher judiciary, and that's why they are criticizing the centre for interfering in this particular system. But whereas centre is saying that they are not interfering in the system, in fact they are merely following what has been prescribed or what has been said in the Supreme Court judgment in the NJSC matter, wherein in the NJSC matter, the Supreme Court Constitution Bench, after striking down the NJSC, they are also said that a memorandum of procedure can be finalized in consultation between the Supreme Court collegium along with the centre, and that particular memorandum of procedure can be followed for appointment of judges in the future. So that's where the centre is saying that we are taking that particular route because the NJSC judgment clearly said that there has to be a memorandum of procedure. In that particular memorandum of procedure, we are proposing such a saying wherein a government representative can also be part of the collegium system, and that seems to be the stand of the centre, where they are saying that they are not interfering, they are not compromising the independence of the judiciary, but merely following what has been said in the NJSC judgment in the part of the memorandum of procedure. But what we are being told is that the Supreme Court collegium will soon take note of this particular letter that has been written by the Law Minister to the CJI, and in the next collegium meeting, the Supreme Court will take note of it, and then they will be responding to this particular letter that has been written by the Union Law Minister.